Uandishi wa habari uliokwenda darasani na kufuzu vyema umetua rasmi. Lengo lake kuu ni kufahamisha jamii kwa taarifa ya kina kupitia upeo wa TV47 unaotua kwa safari yenye hatua mpya na muonekano wa hali ya juu. Kila Jumatatu saa 1 jioni, Clifford Ndubi na Andrin Kilemi wanaibuka kwa taarifa stadi. Andrin Kilemi atarejea tena Jumanne saa 1 jioni kwa ukurasa mwingine wa habari. Siku ya Jumatano, Salome Muiruri ndiye atakayepasua mbarika ya habari, na miale ya jua itakapotua magharibi siku ya Alhamisi, Emmanuel Terer na Liz Mutuku watatua usukani wa upeo. Mnamo Ijumaa, Paul Kirobi na Fiona Kenga watadadavua habari kwa njia ya aina yake. Jumamosi haujasazwa, nahodha wako Corazon Safen atahakikisha meli haikwendi mvange. Josh Onsare ndiye atakayevalia njuga taarifa siku ya Jumapili nia kubwa ikiwa kufunga wiki kwa mpigo. TV47, nyumbani mwa taarifa nadra zisizopakuliwa kwingine.
Hey, Peterson, tumefutwa wote.
Yawa, pia wewe?
Tumeachiliwa.
Si pia wewe unaweza anzisha biashara yako?
Na hii economy venye iko tough sana.
But not too tough for Mwananchi Credit.
Tutafanya aje?
Si niko na 5 good cars. We can get a quick logbook loan approved within 6 hours.
Nataka kuanzisha salon na spa. Hii haitatosa.
Si tuko na title deed spare. We can still get more money using them. Get a quick approval within 6 hours using your logbook or title deed. Do not get stuck. Call Mwananchi Credit today. Si nilikuambia.
You are a big smart joke.
Mwananchi Credit. Investor in people.
Kutoka maeneo mbalimbali nchini, tunatamba.
Na pia ni kuone ukiogelea kidogo tu.
Kuogelea?
Tunasaka, tunazungumza.
I have ridden to school using my father's bicycle.
Ili mradi kukufahamisha wewe katika kipindi Mfahamu Kiongozi.
Nina balance. Uzuri ni kwamba mke wangu pia anafanya kazi. Usinipite Mwokozi, unisikie.
Katika ari na ukakamavu tunawapata. Tunaangazia viongozi waliokuwepo na waliopo kutoka kaunti zote 47 pasi kubagua wala kuchagua. Ungana nami Elizabeth Mtuku kila siku ya Jumatano saa 2 kamili katika kipindi Mfahamu Kiongozi.
It's the close of this business week, and I'm happy that you've chosen to join me this hour on Day's Counter. My name is Vanessa Ndavi, and today being the start of the weekend, we will keep business light and friendly. We've got a lot in store for you today, including one of the entrepreneurs who is in the studio with me, and she is a fashion designer who is going to tell us more about her business. Do remember you can interact with us on social media platforms, which are at TV47KE on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram, or you can use my personal account, which is at Vanessa Ndavi. Let's now have a look at the top stories. Now, this week, Kenya, by all extension, and East Africa is taxing towards a major economic transformation when it comes to economic growth. And that is being driven by the youth, who are increasingly having a say in the direction and to pace the economy in the country. When they take it in coming years, they have great ideas, energy, and the commitment that is needed to drive transformation. Let's have a look at that story.
Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm here with Joshua Wegara, the CEO of KCB, and we're going to focus on a few things, including today's announcement on the performance of the bank. Thank you so much, Joshua, for joining us today. How are the performance of the bank so far? I mean, bearing in mind about today's release.
So we've had a very strong growth in our overall assets. Remember that is the first time we are announcing our results, including our acquisition of National Bank. So our overall assets have grown by 26% on a year-on-year basis. Our earnings before tax have grown by 9% on a year-on-year basis, with strong growth in our fees income, our new loans. Our loans have grown today by almost 15%. And overall, I would say that the performance has been resilient based on what we saw the previous year. And we expect that NBK will continue to deliver more results even as we integrate the operations into KCB. But across all lines, overall income, our fees and commissions, our costs have been well managed. We've had a unique increase in our non-performing loans last year because of more loans that we were issuing on the mobile platform. But generally, we are building better analytics to improve the quality of our loan book this year.
Okay. We are now communicating to the youth and the young people who maybe will be following up on the news, and they are wondering, what is in it for me? How is this important for me? What would you be telling them?
So I spoke something very specific. The challenges that we are addressing today is providing opportunities for our young people today. Is it a job? Is it a business that they want to put in place? Is it an entrepreneurship? Is it a hustle that they want to do? So we created a program called Tujiajiri, which targets 150 to 200,000 young people in terms of creating the businesses for themselves and lending. Because young people always say, but I can't get a loan, I do not have security. This is risk-free lending without security. And we then finance and then link them to our larger customers within the bank to increase their businesses in agribusiness, in training, in areas like manufacturing, construction, the Big Four agenda. So we have all those young people that we have. So they can join us. And the mobile loans we offer, majority of borrowers are below the age of 35. And that's what we classify our youth. So we are looking forward towards engaging them through that platform that we have, getting a chance for them to get a product they can utilize, and if they have a business idea. And finally, I don't want to forget, we have something called the Lions Den, which you may have seen before, because then if they have an idea they want to invest, they can get resources, financing, they can get mentors, they can get business. And we are intending to create 2 million jobs for the young people of Kenya. Yeah, and most of them women.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Most of the youth are out there and they're thinking of how to make quick cash and quick money. What do you have to say to that?
My own experience is that in businesses, the quick or the dash many times doesn't succeed in a business. What I have found in any craft, you need to build a skill, you need to get the knowledge, perfect it, and then over time grow your enterprise or your businesses or whatever you want to do. So I would say that across the world, not just here in Kenya, whether it's in China or in Europe, very few businesses have managed to do this dash. There is perhaps no value in my view, because we are a bank of 100 years old, to try and make all the money tomorrow, correct? That doesn't happen for real businesses. What I will encourage them is find something they are good at, something they love to do, just like an artist, just like people who do sports. It takes a long time to win a marathon. There is no dash. But if you remain resilient and you remain consistent, finally you get the breakthrough. What youth should be looking for is their breakthrough to become outstanding. Yeah, the problem today is that they're looking for fast cash. Money by itself wouldn't build the businesses. And if you think about the largest company in the world, none. Amazon is a company that's more than 20 years. They're only making money today. So why will we be any different today? So don't lose the focus. You fight for purpose. You fight for your convictions. You fight for the belief. You fight for your talent, like an artist. If you fight for money, most likely you lose the business.
Those are very powerful statements, and you lost me there. But I also wanted to know what are some of the things you spoke about, the climate change and some of the support that you're giving to your customers.
Correct.
Yeah, maybe you can expound on that a little bit.
So we are quite deliberate on having a business that impacts not just the shareholders in terms of profits, but also provides an impact for our customers and also delivers benefits to the planet. We call it a 3P or a triple P business. So you invest for business, you invest for profit, you invest for the planet. Those are the three things that we are putting investments on. And so we are very deliberate on who we will lend to. So we screen our businesses towards their outcomes. Are they impacting the planet negatively? We are looking at our priorities like, many people may not understand, but I would say, how do we get a net zero emissions by 2050? What do we really do as a business? So you have to deal with your blue economy, deal with the oceans, deal with your land, deal with the environment. So that's where we are funding as a business. And finally, we have to create job opportunities for our youth who may not have a stake to earn an income for themselves. This is very important for us because without an income, it's very difficult to get them integrated with the journey of climate change. And remember that in our markets, our youth especially see the greatest impact. The question they'll ask me every day, I have no job, I have got no business, I have got no income, I have got the skill, I've gone to school.
Yes.
What I will advise
Yes.
For our young generation listening is that there is hope that if you continue sharpening your skill and craft,
Yes.
finally you get a breakthrough.
Yes.
Now your breakthrough could happen within, and everyone is unique.
Yeah.
Let's not try and put another person's breakthrough as my breakthrough, for sure. So the people who run a very successful business in farming, in agriculture,
Yes.
may be very successful today because they have understood the craft, isn't it? We love this thing called Me Too.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't know what talent, you don't know what gift God has put in the hands of Sophia. You don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe you're pushing something for which they already have a talent for themselves.
Yes.
The Me Too will be the end of our businesses if we don't have something to believe in.
All right.
And then finally, where we see the push to make more money is on business.
All right.
I have never seen a push to become a medical doctor. I've never seen a shortcut to become a mechanic.
Yes.
I've never seen a shortcut to become the best sportsman or become the musician.
Yes.
How come? Are you saying that the business is different than the artist? It's not. They are all the same. What the artist does, what the musician does, is become best in their craft. Training every day, every week, every hour is the only way to make. Once you succeed in the talent, I think naturally success comes and you get the money. If the money you put it up front, most likely what happens is that you never get the craft, you never get the talent, and another person comes and does a Me Too business and you close your shop. So there is value in longevity.
Yes.
Building from craft, from step to another step. That is what you'll be doing as a bank.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. As you've heard from Joshua Oigara himself, it all needs resilience for you to perform and also improve your source of revenue and life. Sophia Ali, TV 47. Thank you for joining.
Now, moving on is 16 M-Pesa customers from 8 regions were awarded with trucks early this week by Safaricom. Since the Lipa na M-Pesa promotion began early this year, Safaricom has awarded 6 apartments to customers and at least 120 tuk-tuks to Lipa na M-Pesa merchants, as well as a surprise cashback to more than 600,000 Kenyans for paying with Lipa na M-Pesa. Let's have a look at that story.
When we started M-Pesa, our original intention, as I said earlier, was to change the lives of people, to improve people's lives, and particularly women in business. We thought that M-Pesa, just even the basic M-Pesa, the P2P, that we could change people's lives, help them set up businesses without having to go to a bank to open a bank. And so therefore, I thought it might help women a lot, more than men. Even when people got paid through M-Pesa, women got paid through M-Pesa, they didn't have to give, husbands, but they didn't have to give all the money to their husbands. They could keep it on their mobile phone. So I think it's a natural, and I'm happy about it, very happy about it. Because I would say in Safaricom we have some really good stuff coming. Unfortunately, once again, the coronavirus has impacted that in terms of the importation of new phones and new type of phones that we're going to have. On M-Pesa, we're looking to see how we can improve our product offering and add new product offering, particularly for financial services. So I think all you'll see this is in the next 2 months. I think the first time was easier than the second. In the first time, it was after 10 years, and I'd been there for 10 years. This time it's a little bit more difficult, I think, for me, because I came back, I took over from Bob. I wanted to do some things, change things around, which I'd been thinking about doing for some time. And now I'm feeling I would like to stay a little bit longer, but it's not going to happen. Of course, Peter will start on the 1st of April. I will be there to support him for the first 3 months, and then step back a little bit.
Now, that's indeed good news for those customers who have been loyal to Safaricom. And now let's move on. Samsung today launched one of the most anticipated phones in the world by the name Samsung Z Flip, which is already selling out across the world, and now it will soon be available in Kenya. Charles Kimari, Samsung Director for East Africa Mobile, says that the Galaxy Z Flip is bold and stylish, designed for those who see a cutting edge in technology as a way to express themselves. Sophia Ali with that story. Let's have a look.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and I am here with Charles Kimari, whereby Samsung is launching a new flip phone that I think it's really awesome when you ask me my opinion, but I don't know. Charles, how are you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good to see you.
Tell me, what do you do at
I'm the head of mobile division for Eastern Central Africa. Correct.
Tell me about today. You're launching 2 types of phones.
No. I'm making one ready in the market, and another one is coming in for a pre-order. Now, S20, we launched it last month on the same, and we allowed pre-orders to take place in the market, whereby consumers pay, and then when the device comes in, they're the first ones to get it, and they get plus a lovely bundle that's worth 17,000 shillings. That's Galaxy Buds Plus. So for the ones who need the pre-order, they're the lucky ones. And
alafu mwingine anamwambia hivi, nadhani yule bingwa wa gym anakuhitaji.
Hapana, ni girlfriend amesikia vile amefanya.
Mimi nataka kumruka, sio? Kwako ilikuwaje wakati huo?
All right.
Correct.
We've seen about the phones. We've spoken a little bit about the phones, and now let's talk about the digitization. And the government has been really keen on telling suppliers and business people to concentrate on digitization and technology and embracing. How is this working for you so far?
I must admit that
I can say I was
one of the biggest steps that the Kenya as a people has done is to adapt to the direction of the government in terms of pushing digitization within the country. You can see a lot of youth at that particular platform picking up activities and doing it more at an online level. At a business being transacted globally. Parameters to measure these things is when you look at maybe like the operators, the mobile phone operators, and the transactions that take place with regards to money transactions. It can tell you a lot about how much of it is going towards payments in terms of business activities, in terms of other things. The other aspect you can look at is about the level of internet penetration. The more it penetrates, the more I also become capable of selling my devices. Operator and penetration by the policy by government is very critical for businesses like mobile to penetrate and develop within the market. Correct.
Youth are the highest consumers of mobile phones. I mean, besides the business people and the population at large, the youth are the most people that are using the phones. What are some of your thoughts about this, and how are you handling this?
Actually, we're quite excited as a brand. Samsung as a brand, we are really quite excited about this because we have received quite a number of voice of customer with regards to what the consumer wants. And last year, in 2018, we took a quick action and brought in devices that are affordable. Affordability and youth go almost together. But apart from making a product available, affordable, it's about making the features that they like present for them. So the camera has come out to be one of the biggest activities that the youth has fallen in love with and want to ride with. Because they're using it for multiple purposes. Business-wise, for leisure, memories, and it's a diverse field for it. They're recording, they're shooting videos with it. They're more dynamic, and it's what drives us in terms of technology as well. Innovation.
This phone has been introduced before, and it looks like it's a phone that at first it flopped, right? When they started the first production. How sure are you? And we have experienced some cases whereby at some point some of the other phone manufacturers, the batteries are blowing and stuff like that. Have you taken any precautions? Sorry about that. Have you taken any precautions in regards to safeguarding the users?
It's fine. Let me put it this way. As a corporate, we are one of the most responsible companies in terms of how we deal and handle our customers. We take our responsibility very seriously and comfort, compliance and security very seriously. If I may take the comment of the first phone that had an issue, there was just an adjustment that was to be done on the frame of it, and which Samsung took it back and, as a responsible corporate, took it back, fixed it, and brought it to the market. The Galaxy Fold is already in the market and already selling. We are selling way above the demand. Way above the demand. We can't meet the demand for the Fold right now. It's doing very well. For this new device, is the Z Flip. This device here is the new in technology. Where's technology going? Technology is heading towards the Fold. Because the technology is quite chic, it's elegant, and it's a wow, mind-boggling. Because it's a feel good to have the device. So as we put it this way, this device has not yet even come to Kenya, and it's going to be on a limited sales quantity only for this one. So we are asking people, go to your Safaricom store, operator, and open market and place your orders in advance. If
I'd say that
you don't get it, it's on a very limited.
Okay, the whole.
So it's only the earlier orders that will come in.
The lady that you are dating,
and the device will be here by 20th of this month. So let's snap the phone and snap the phone.
Snap it on and snap it up. Okay, fine. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Sophia. I hope you have a lot of data and connection. We are supposed to embrace technology and where the country is headed right now. Everyone is on the phone, and I hope the youth are using this platform responsibly. Thank you so much for joining us. Ali TV 47.
There is indeed lots of phones coming into the market, and today being a Friday, why don't you go and grab yourself one of those mobile phones if you can. Now let's move on to Nigeria, where businessmen in the Nigerian city of Lagos typically broke deals over exotic wine or champagne. But in the recent times, it is not an uncommon sight in the city's upmarket Victoria Island, which is in the business district, to see a clutch of men celebrating with steaming coffee that cost as much as $114 for a 3-cup brew. With coffee beans being the new money maker in the country, the brew is definitely a drink for the rich. Take a look.
A new trend is brewing in Nigeria. At least that's what entrepreneurs like Ibrahim Semande believe.
We have some pretty premium coffees from around the world. We have Wild Kopi Luwak. We also have Hawaiian Kona, Basenda. We are a very aspirational society, and it's very easy for things to catch on as vogue.
This isn't a basic coffee bought on the streets for a fraction of $1. A cup at Semande's Cafe, Meishai Coffee, can sell for 100 times as much. That's for the good stuff premium coffees like Kopi Luwak, made from partially digested coffee beans salvaged from civet cat excrement.
It's unfortunate.
Semande believes end coffees, including homegrown varieties, as well as a touch of ceremony, will attract elite Nigerians. Designer Tosin Ashai seems to have been won over.
huu uhusiano ukifikia level ya kuwa the barista took his time to check me through the process of making the coffee, so I feel like it's an immersive experience. I'm not just drinking coffee.
But the task for Nigerian coffee entrepreneurs could be a grind. Nigerians today turn to tea and women into hot drink. According to Fitch Solutions, account for close to 40% of non-alcoholic drink spending in Nigeria by 2023. Outstripping coffee at just 2.5%. That said, consumption of coffee has nearly doubled since 2010, hitting over 1.6 tons last year. Semande believes Nigeria should pursue building its local coffee market with the same zeal it puts into refining oil and growing rice.
Kuna moja
that looks and seems like a very good cup of coffee. I would love one right now. Now let's move on to DJ Reloop, where there's a company called Reloop DJ Development Center, which was launched in Kenya by the brand ambassador, who is DJ Reloop. DJ Angelo has visited more than 70 countries, and he acknowledged the amount of talent in the DJ industry in Kenya was very impressive. And they're not only going to do business with Kenya, they're also going to mentor those interested in learning the skill.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the eighth wonder of the world. Turn my music, turn my music, turn my music high. Turn my music
Because the brand Reloop is now launching here in this country, which is very exciting news for us as Reloop, because we are now reaching a whole new continent. It's very exciting for us, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the brand is received with the Kenyan DJs and how the Kenyan DJs use this really amazing gear. So now I'm in Kenya for the first time, and this makes my 72nd country that I've visited. So I'm a big traveler. I love traveling. I love experiencing new cultures, and I love playing parties in different countries as well. And the reason I'm here is because I'm here to plant some seeds amongst the DJs, represent Reloop, the brand, and the products for the DJ community here, and to have a good time, DJ some good parties out here, and hopefully make some lasting friends as well. So the great thing about traveling so much is that you see firsthand that country with your own eyes. You don't make judgment based on media or anyone else. So as I expected, Kenyan people are very friendly and warm, and I find that's common in every country I've been to. There's good people everywhere, even if it's not publicized in positive ways, but I've been welcomed very warmly here, and yeah, beautiful weather, of course, so it's my kind of place. I'm having a great time. So the reason I'm working with Reloop as opposed to other brands is because it's more of a family business, and my input is valued highly, and because we're smaller than other companies, we can move faster and we can make decisions quickly, and we are all coming from the DJ background ourselves, so the passion we have for the products we make is genuine, and we really want to make the best products we can and in the most affordable way to keep the DJ communities all around the world thriving. So I've been DJing for over 20 years, and it was always my dream to tour the world and become globally recognized for what I do. And now that I'm here in East Africa, this has been a long goal of mine to be able to be in demand in a place like this, and to come and showcase what I can do to this audience here. So coming to Kenya is definitely a big milestone for me, and yeah, I'm so honored to. So when I make decisions about what music to download and add to my collection, I generally just listen to music as a listener and try to let my natural emotions react to what I'm hearing, and I don't particularly follow trends. I just listen to music, and if it piques my interest, then I add it to my collection. It can be, music and copyright is still a tricky issue with DJs, and up until now there's no real solution. YouTube is obviously finding ways to pay the artists that the music that you featured of their songs, so that's one way around it. But yeah, I'm just hoping there will become a more of a generalized standard for how royalties are distributed, because it's very difficult for DJs to promote themselves without playing music and sharing music and making content with music. So really hope for our industry, for our sake, that we can reach some kind of globalized industry standard. My greatest inspiration to do what I do is to be the best I can be at what I chose to do. No one told me to be a DJ. This is something that I decided by myself, and because I made that decision, I'm responsible for that choice, and I want to make the best I can of it and reach my potential with the time I have. DJing is definitely a tough industry, and it's not for everyone, and I think anything in the entertainment industry is tough because there's just so many people to compete with. You know, everybody wants to be in the entertainment industry, but it is possible, and I think if you're smart and resourceful and resilient and take risks and don't be afraid to do things that haven't been done, because that's how anything new gets invented. I entered the game with a goal to disrupt what had already been done and do it differently. So if DJs took that approach, then I think they'll find a lane, and with that will come a demand for what they do, and with that will come a living.
Please.
We've come to the end of our business stories for today, but however, don't go far. And remember, you can share your feedback with us using our social media platforms, which are TV47KE on Instagram, Facebook, as well as Twitter. As well, you can use my personal account, which is at Vanessa Ndavi. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be talking to one of the entrepreneurs who is in the studio with us. Don't go far.
The skills you develop and the drive you develop is what matters. Because if you get your opportunity, no one will give you the next level. You have to fight for it.
Young people who are in the education system, they are the very lucky people because you have a card that can speak for you. I am a student. Can I do this? I am a student. Can I do this? You have a card that can speak for you.
But the ones who are going to live through this country for the next 50 years. And it's something that needs to be fixed today. And so I think the ones who should be championing in terms of having a better country and pushing for equality is young people.
The parents probably went to school in 1980, 1962. During those times you had a degree, you are a provincial administrator. Immediately. Yes. Right now, I cannot imagine how many mathematicians graduated last year December. I cannot imagine.
And so we need to realize that the situation is dire. And sometimes even our office WhatsApp group, we get DMs of people crying because they are jobless. And it's depressing to the point where they're telling you they are going to commit suicide.
We would not be having this conversation if 20 years ago the nation had this conversation about what work would look like.
On this particular program, the hashtag to use as always is hashtag Youth Connect, and my name as always is Eugene Adnangwe. Josephine Uko is actually helping us to interpret this through sign language.
Hey, Sospeterson, tumefutwa wote.
Yawa, pia wewe.
Tumeachiliwa.
Si pia wewe unaweza anzisha biashara yako.
Na hii economy venye iko tough sana.
But not too tough for Mwananchi Credit.
Tutafanya aje?
Si niko na 5 good cars. We can get a quick logbook loan approved within 6 hours.
Nataka kuanzisha salon na spa. Hii haitatosa.
Si tuko na title deeds pay. We can still get more money using them. Get a quick approval within 6 hours using your logbook or title deed. Do not get stuck. Call Mwananchi Credit today. Si nilikwambia.
You are a big smart joke.
Mwananchi Credit, investor in people.
Kila siku ya Jumapili tunakurausha, tunakuchangamsha kwa mziki unaokusisimua.
Our on Days Counter. My name is Vanessa Ndavi and today
tunaangazia wasanii mbalimbali wanaochipuka ili mradi kukufahamisha wewe. Na pia kwenye safari ya Ukristo tutakuletea shuhuda za Wakristo mbalimbali. Kwani
Kenya by all extension and East Africa.
Nikaokoka. Date 2 April 2016.
Kenya by
10 ni neno kutoka kwa wachungaji mbalimbali ili kukuimarisha kwenye safari ya Ukristo.
Jesus is the way, the truth and the life.
Bila shaka yote haya unayapata ndani ya 47 Sifa. Nami Liz Mutuku ndani ya TV47.
Is 16 M-Pesa customers from 8 regions were awarded with trust and investment by Safaricom. Since the Lipa na M-Pesa promotion began earlier this year, Safaricom has awarded 6 apartment customers and at least 120 tuk-tuks to Lipa na M-Pesa merchants, as well as a surprise cashback to more than 600,000 Kenyans. Welcome back, and as we promised, we have a fashion designer with us in the studio by the name Sylvia Walubengo, and she's going to be talking to us more about our business. And remember, you can share your feedback with us on our social media platforms, as well as send an SMS, which is on this number, which is 22047. Thank you so much, Sylvia, for coming to our studios today and making time to come and talk to us more about your business. Maybe now, tell us, what inspired this business and when did you exactly start?
Okay, I'm an artist. It has always been part of me. So this is something I started out of passion. And also I've been a student at Kenyatta University. I've studied fashion design and marketing at Kenyatta University. Yeah, so the business basically started as a hobby, but with time I started getting orders out of
one of those mobile
business.
Do you have like a station, a place, a shop?
We are supposed to represent where the country is headed right now. Everyone is on the phone, and I hope they use using this platform. Thank you so much for joining us.
And who are your main clientele, and what inspires you every day?
There is
indeed lots of things coming into the market. And today being a Friday, why don't you go and grab yourself one of those mobile?
Yes, and the inspiration behind my
there is indeed lots of phones coming into the market, and today being a Friday, why don't you go
most of the work are custom made designs. So most of my clients find comfortable coming to me because they can give me anything. Probably you've seen something on social media and you really like to have it.
And I want the same thing done.
Yes, I've always managed to work around it and bring out the best out of it. And that's why most of my clients are referrals. I get referrals so many times. Yes, and I also have the other part of my business, which is I do ready-made Ankara outfits. So I started making Ankara outfits, which are readily available, because I've been getting so many last-minute orders.
What do I do with this?
And I don't like lying to people. You cannot call on a Friday and maybe you have an event on a Sunday. It cannot be made in a day. So I decided to have a collection of ready-made outfits. Dera dresses, shirt dresses, something you can just throw on and go wherever. So yeah, that's basically how
you get your clientele. And when it comes to this business. So many a times, and many of us can resonate with, I'll go to a fundi or to a designer or to a tailor back where we all live, and they promise you, I'll have this done at this time, and then you go there and you find your clothes piled somewhere on the corner, and I don't know, what is the difference? Someone will say, you're doing a good job, you're doing this and this and this, but what is your consistency when it comes to delivering to your clientele?
Normally, I'm usually just honest with my clients. If you bring me an order and I clearly see I cannot be able to deliver it, I'll just tell you, I'm not able to deliver this by a certain date. So I usually just work along my clients' deadlines. If I can, I'll tell you I can. If I can't, I'll just tell you the truth. But normally, I usually just try my best to deliver on time. What happens with, most tailors not being able to deliver on time is, the fact that you want to capture, everything. You want to do so many things at the same time. You end up losing everything. That's how most tailors get to, rub off wrongly with their clients.
There is so many people doing this business. What makes you stand out?
What makes me stand out?
Because it's a business and you need to earn a living. This is the only way that you get to bring meal at home.
Yeah, most of my clients can confirm to you that I normally, I'm patient. I'm usually patient with my clients, you see. I'll work with you until you get that which you wanted. Whichever design you bring, I'll work until you're able to get, until I see you're happy with whatever I've made for you. So that's I can say that's the difference between me and, I don't know, other designers. Yeah.
What are some of the fears you had? Because you leave school and you get into this business, did you have worries that, is this going to work? What am I going to do if this fails? And your family as well, they were like, are you sure this is the right decision, being self-employed?
Well, my family, they've always supported me. I know, of course, they had doubts at some point. It's normal, The creative industry, it's flooded right now. Any parent will be worried, But as for me, it's a passion. I don't see myself doing anything else. This is the only thing I'm doing with my life, you see. So I always just put in my best. And the fears, I had fears, yeah, because, the fashion industry, it's very wide. There's the textile part of it, the design part of it, there's tailoring, there's so much to do with fashion than just making the clothes. So with time as a designer, you have to see, your area of specialization. Yeah, because you cannot be a marketer and a designer and a tailor at the same time.
It's a lot.
Yeah, you end up, messing everything up.
True.
Yeah, so it has been a challenge to identify myself with something, because being a creative, you want to do everything on your own. So it becomes a bit hard, to trust other people with your work.
And you become selfish with your job at some point.
Exactly. At some point, you feel like, it's not easy to trust people, with your work. But with time, you learn, because this hobby has to transform into a business.
True.
That is the most tricky part. Yeah, I've been doing this business for 2 years, but I'm still there. I'm still working to transform this hobby to be a business.
To be a business.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest challenge I'm facing.
Great. Yeah. And now maybe I see you brought some models down with you. Maybe they could show us what they are wearing, as well as they can introduce themselves, and you tell us what inspired this look as well. Because do you do both female garments and female and male?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
both. It depends with the clientele what they want.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe she can introduce her name. She can say her. Okay.
Okay. I'm Rosbeta Nakor, and I'm a makeup artist, and I work with Sylvia.
Yes. Thank you. And what inspired that look? Maybe Sylvia.
This look has been inspired by the dera dress, the Swahili dera dress. As you can see, it looks like a dera, but it's not a dera because of the quality.
It has a belt just to make it different.
Yes, the quality of the fabric. So the inspiration behind this outfit was the fact that I've been getting so many last-minute orders, and I thought such a design is easy, It's easy for anyone to throw it on, and you'll still look really nice. She can walk like this into even an office. She can walk like this into any event, and she will still stand out.
True.
So that was the inspiration behind it.
Okay.
So she decided to, it has two versions. You can do with the belt, and you can still do without the belt, depending on where you're going, you see.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see the transformation.
Yes. It looks totally different.
Yeah.
And for the next model, maybe she can show us what she is wearing. Just kindly tell us your name quickly, and then we'll talk to Sylvia to tell us what inspired that design.
Okay, my name is Sheila Ligeo, and I'm a singer, and I work with Sylvia.
Yes. Yeah, so this dress, it's the inspiration behind it, as you can see, the print is more Ghanaian prints.
True.
Yeah, so many people have grown into, they're Africanizing most of their outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the dress has been developed from an official shirt, but you see you can see the slits at the sides and the modified cuff, just to make it more casual. So this one, it comes in sizes, but you see, like for her, it's a size 10.
Yeah.
But someone who's a size 12 can also throw it on.
And
so
maybe
this is something you can order any day,
anytime. Maybe you can tell us, where do you get your garments from?
The garments?
The material, where do you get it? Is it locally?
Yeah.
Do you have to import it, and how much is it?
The materials are locally available, just in Nairobi CBD. So for these are ready to wear. They're part of my ready to wear collection. So the purple dress is available. It's available in many different colors.
Yeah, maybe you could just face me, Sylvia. Maybe you could just face me as you explain.
Sorry. They're both available in different sizes. The shirt dress is available at 2,500 shillings only.
Only.
Yeah, and the dera dress is at 3,500 only. Yes.
And it's sometimes we all choose job as youth, and there's those who are saying maybe this job is very difficult to do, and the whole of from when you get the garments to when the final product comes out, how many days does it take you
to make one outfit?
Yes.
It normally just depends on the complexity of the outfit. Yeah, and also the workload that I have. Yeah, but let's say on a typical day, maybe when I'm not doing anything, such a dress, like say the purple one, it can take, say, 3 hours at most. Yeah.
And there is people graduating who have done fashion design every day. Do you think there's still enough space for them in the market, or you're overcrowded? Because now you can get any of these garments when you walk around town.
Well, I can't say it's overcrowded, because there's always market for, I don't know how I should put it. Yeah, something of the sort. Yeah, because all it takes is for someone to stand out in the market. Everyone has a different market target. Yeah, the way other designers do things is very different from the way I do my own things. Yeah, there's always market. But what the advice I can give to students graduating from fashion design and marketing, I will tell them not to be in a hurry to open up businesses. Yes, they need to, find where you belong first before you rush into the business.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. I'm sorry, that's all the time we had for you today. We've come to the end of this week's Days Counter. Make sure you keep it TV 47. Zipporah Sioka will be here exactly at 4 p.m. to tell you more about what's happening in the 47 counties. My name is Vanessa Ndavi, and do make sure you join my colleague Lucy Riley on Monday on Days Counter. Bye-bye for now, and I wish you a great weekend.
wiki hii kwenye Sauti Yetu.